Hello everybody, my name is the Chef and welcome back to another One Piece Bounty Rush video. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at my 6-star boost 2 Mace, or Arco, whatever you want to fucking call him. Ace before he became a donut. Just before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to all the mothers out there. It's a little belated Mother's Day video. I did have a big mom special planned, but my phone actually broke, so I am playing this on the BlueStacks player on my PC, which is quite slow, so I apologize for if my gameplay doesn't, add up to your expectations, and yeah, it is what it is, shit happens. So I am going to be showing you why blue defenders are still super viable in this meta, if, you have the right set. I just said like 16 fucking times. I also can't count, but yeah, we're using a controller right now, so that's kind of fun. We're going to do our typical defender stuff. This Roger out here trying to be a defender too. It is what it is. I can't send him any stamps. I can actually send one stamp, and it's the get more combos, and that's only if I've activated the little speech bubble icon down there sometimes. So I'm going to be supporting my Roger down here, just trying to fire our way at this Arouge. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do here. This Arouge was going to get clapped regardless if Roger was here or not. We would have just had like a major battle of attrition right there. So the Roger's just going to fucking finish him off, take care of him. I'm going to go up here and support the homies, how Ace should be played. So Mace, I like to run him max HP and as much attack as possible, if not max attack. By the way, we got the rumble medals right there, trying to be our most cancerous as we could possibly be. This Ace and I are going to have a little showdown right here, a little gunslinging showdown, shooting little fireballs at each other. Roger came in to save our ass. Of course, he's going to be the bane to most defenders, or basically most characters in the entire game, to be 100% honest, especially defenders when they're out of their treasure area. But if you do run damage reduction on this Mace, and you're in your treasure area, you're going to be taking fuck all for damage, especially if you got max HP going on. We're going to be putting up the fucking big wall here, grabbing that piece of meat, and just kind of looking at this Usopp playing with his little bagworm back there. And I know I don't mean his slingshot. I'm talking about he's whacking his little doodle right there. And we're just going to be firing away at him. And this is basically the equivalent of being on the second floor of a shopping mall and just spitting at the people below, and they can't really do anything because you're obviously 2 floors or a floor above them. So this Roger does come in and try to do some damage. As you can see, we're basically taking nothing. In terms of a commissary on his skill 2, we almost took no damage right there. The unfortunate thing about this Mace, however, is if you get hit as you're using your skill 2, the heal buff won't pop out, which is a little bit of a shame. But it happens. Shit happens in a game like this where it's super glitchy, and sometimes things just don't make any sense. So these Rogers are going to be fucking having a sword fight, giving each other a nice little clean cut, little lineup right there. We are going to just charge up our skill 1. It does come back faster if you are in your treasure area and there's an ally with you. I think that it's a 50% decrease or cooldown increase. And also, Jesus Christ, but this is what I mean. You got to run at max attack and HP on Mace. You actually do some decent damage. Yes, I know we have team boost, but we'd be doing 1k to 2k sometimes on our basics with crit and without crit, depending on the character we're fighting. So, yeah, I mean, max, I don't know why people like to run defense and HP. It's good on units that are very reliant on status effects, I don't know, Magellan, for example, that big diarrhea poopy pants bastard, because he doesn't need attack power. And the defense might help him in some ways, but there's a lot of skills that ignore defense, and I find that if you can't kill the enemy and you're just kind of having a long-ass battle, eventually they're going to chip away long enough for you to get killed, especially if your team isn't playing well. So we're going to be holding it down as usual at the A flag. I can see that there's an Oden coming at me as fast as possible. Mind you, I tried to get... Oh, is that a Roger? I can't even... Yeah, it's a Roger. We're going to have a little duel here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the damage reduction is basically going to be your defense. So just run maximum damage reduction, HP, and attack. Because defense is kind of useless in some circumstances. So yeah, we're just going to be fighting this Roger, having a little duel here. We got our boy or Gyal Ivankov coming in clutch. We're gonna have a little party right here. Ivankov in Mace versus Roger. Really epic showdown. You don't see things like this in the meta normally. So yeah, don't be afraid to use blue defenders. You know, it's especially ones that can heal and just support your team. This Mace is actually really good if you're running him alongside someone like Whitebeard, because Whitebeard benefits from being in the same flag as well as Mace does, as I went over earlier. And also, if you got Mace and Kinemon in the same flag, that's a really deadly combination as well. So, playing with the controller, you know, I'm going off on a tangent here, but playing it with a controller it's kind of cool. It's interesting. It's got its pros and cons, you know. Your camera doesn't fuck off on you as much as it does with the touchscreen. And Jesus, like, you can see how much damage he did not do to us right there, and we weren't even in our flag. So Mace is a tanky motherfucker. But yeah, the camera doesn't fuck off on you as much as it does with the touchscreen. I have found, but there can be some delays. I don't think like you can see there, I shouldn't have been punching backwards. I was trying to readjust my character. It's a little bit weird. This is probably like the second game I've actually played with the PC, so please bear with my shitty gameplay. So we are going to get clapped by, who was that? Oh, it was Oden, of course. Luckily we've got the Great Wall of Ace, or Mace, whatever you want to call it. It's got to be one of my favorite units to play. He's just an amazing overall support defender, and just a son of a bitch on maps like this where you can just put up a shield and, you know, hope for the best. Block off the staircase, and again, just like treat it like you were on the second floor of a shopping mall and just hawk loogies down at people. We are going to secure the second flag here. I thought my team was going to come up because I had no idea where they were. I was going to go over here and help this Ivankov guard that treasure because there's, you know, several people in the middle right here trying to steal it. So I just decided to put up a shield. I figured that one of my allies was going to come up and try to, you know, at least hold that flag, but no, nobody did. So kind of a fuck up on all of our parts here, but it is what it is. Just goes to show you, like, the amount of points you can get with a character like Mace due to heals and, of course, inflicting burn damage. I got almost, what, 7.5k points. Let's take a look here. Yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit laggy because of the computer. Yeah, 7.3k, and we're on the losing team. So that's all, you know, that's all status points. Attacker Straw Hat Zone and Grand Line, of course, with 145 or 46, 146. So that's almost 47. So that's fucking a whopping score right there. I am doing double rumble, trying to be as cancerous as possible, as I suggested before, giving us a little damage reduction as well as chance to shock 6%, and also a lot of skill cooldown, dodge chance, etc. And they'll, you know, the rumble set is always good. Here's the wall. It actually, so your heals scale off your attack as well. So that's why I like to run a lot of attack on him, as well as HP, because his wall scales off your max HP and your heals scale off your max attack, I believe. So yeah, here's the rest of his traits. Not really much more to say about this unit. I will be trying to put some more videos out and trying to get my phone repaired as soon as possible. So you guys know what to do. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next One Piece Bounty Rush video. See you then. Peace.